Om Vagartau Viva Sampraktau Vagartau Pratipadhaye Jagataha Pitaru Vande Parvati Parameshwaram ஒன்றவன்தானே இரண்டவன் இன்னருள் நின்றனன் மூன்றினுள் நான்கு உணர்ந்தனன் ஐந்து வென்றனன் ஆறு விரிந்தனன் எழும்பாற் சென்றனன் தான் இருந்தான் உணர்ந்து எட்டே. Om Namah Shivaya. Welcome to our practice session. Hopefully you all had a chance to watch the introductory video to these lessons. So we're not going to go too much into the introductory part. So we will right away jump into the learning part. To first, I'll show you a couple of tricks how to chant this Rudram. There are some notations for the intonation because Vedas are chanted always with intonation. So they're not read like a text. So the intonation and pronunciation both are important. So with that brief introduction about the intonations, then we will go into learning the first two riks in Anuvakkam 1. The reason they are called riks because that part of that Rudram came from Rig Veda. So the Anuvakkam 1 and 10 have riks in them. The rest of them are Yajurveda mantras, therefore they're called Yajus. So the Yajus are one line mantras and the riks are two lines. So you would see the first Anuvakkam and the 10th Anuvakkam, riks, and the rest of them are all Yajus. So we start with the first Anuvakkam, and the first two riks is what we would learn to chant. Okay, so the intonation part, as far as the intonation part is concerned, not sure how clear that slide is, but you can still see it. If you look at the English and the Sanskrit part, this is intended for devotees who are non-Tamil devotees who don't speak Tamil, because you already done separate videos for the Tamil devotees. So if you're any one of your Tamil devotees, you can watch that also. So if you look at these markings here, there are only two markings here, mostly two markings. One is there will be an underscore under a particular letter. So you would see like this, like under that Manyava, the fourth word in the first line, there's an underscore and A. And also on the second word, Namaste, on top of the A, there is a stroke, a vertical line, small, short vertical line. So the short vertical line and there's a short underscore here under a particular letter means, vertical line means that you have to raise your intonation just a little bit. So that's all there is to it. And occasionally you may also have a double stroke, upper double stroke. So you have a single line here, single stroke. Occasionally you may have two lines here. So when that comes, that is called Dirgha Swarita. Don't worry about the names. So that's, you have to say it a little elongated, extended. I'll show you how to say those things. So it's called Swarita, Anudhata, and then Dirgha Swarita. Udata, Anudhata, Swarita, Dirgha. Udata is normal, Anudhata is not normal, lower intonation. And then Swarita is upper intonation, Dirgha Swarita is elongated, longer intonation. So, for example, Om Namaste Rudram Hanyava, that's how it goes. So, for instance, here on the first one, Om Namo Bhagavate, you have an upper stroke on E, so the E is an upper intonation. So, Rudrayam. So there's an underscore here. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudrayam. So that's how it should be chanted. I will explain the meaning of this after we learn to chant this. So let's go. What I would do is I would chant and give you a space, a silence, and then you chant twice after me. So once I will chant, as soon as I finish chanting, you pay attention, hear it good, and then repeat after me 2 times. So like this. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. So that's my chanting. And what you would do is repeat it twice. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. So if you pay attention, that Namo Bhagavate Rudraya, Raya, so low intonation. So that's all there is to it. So let's start. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namaste Rudramanyava. Utota Yeshabhe Namaham. Namaste Astu Dhanvane. Bahabhyam Utate Namaham. So we'll start again. So they also have in the English version some pronunciation, where an elongated comes. So the top line you see there, like I told you, that's not intonation but pronunciation. So when they have an upper stroke on the A, it's a longer A. Rudrayam. I just noticed it. It's not a printing mistake. So I noticed that it's a pronunciation mark. So it's a pronunciation notation. So Rudraya. So when there is no upper line on any of the letters, the short A. Bhagava. But here Rudraya. So same way, if you have on the um, I'll tell you whenever we come across that pronunciation notation, I explain the difference between the pronunciation notation and the intonation notation. So let's chant this whole line together, starting with Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namaste Rudramanyava. Utota Yeshabhe Namaham. Namaste Astu Dhanvane. Bahubyam Hutate Namaham. Yatayishu Shivatama Sevam Babuva Te Danuhu. So when there is an upper horizontal line like Rudraya, so same here, if that comes on a U, then it's elongated U, Babu. So Babuva. So if you say an upper stroke, the pronunciation is U, Babuva. So like that. Okay. So by vertical means intonation, upper intonation. You have to raise your voice a little bit. Yata ishu Shivatama Shivam Babuva Te Danuhu. Shiva Saravyaya Tavataya no Rudramridayam Shiva Saravyaya Tavataya no Rudramridayam. So we'll chant this together, then we'll go to the meaning part. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Om Namaste Rudramhanyava. Utota Ishave Namaham. Namaste Astu Dhanvane. Bahubyam Utate Namaham. Yatayishu Shivatama Shivam Babuva Te Danuhu. Shiva Saravyaya Tavataya no Rudramridayam. So that's how it is chanted. So please practice this and we'll check the meaning of all this. Now, the Rishi begins this, Rudra Rishi, who through Lord Shiva got Satarudriyam, begins with Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. So the word Om means Brahman, the ultimate reality. Parameshwara is the ultimate reality. Vyakta Vyakta Nirupincha Paramam Shatrin Satattvadikam. Like the Vedas says, describe his fifth face, Shiva's formless face. That's how they describe it. So he is the Parameshwara from that formless. He is the creator, sustainer, protector, and resolver, all that. Panchagritya Parayanasya. Shristi Samhara Dhirodhana Anugraha Panchagritya Parayanasya. So that's him. So that's the Om is represented. He is that unmanifest who became this cosmos. He manifested into this cosmos. So that's why Shatarudriyam describes Lord Shiva as being in everything. Being in the grass, being in the pebble, being in the stone, being in the well, being in the river, being in the stream, everywhere, in thunder, in lightning, you name it. So in all the animals, in all the vegetation, that's what he is. Because it's him who became this whole cosmos. It's like the chunk of gold is in the earring, it's in your necklace, it's in your waistband, it's in your hand, your whatever is in a ring, whatever, all those jewels, but it's all gold. So that Parameshwara has permeated this whole cosmos, has become this whole cosmos. So that's what Rudram is all about. Rudram is nothing but describing Parameshwara as being in everything. And in addition, the speciality of Rudram is a prayer. There's a lot of prayer in it. So we pray for your family, pray for yourself, pray for your elders, pray for your spouse, pray for your children, your grandchildren, pray for your pets, your cows, your horses, your dogs, your cats, and your servants, you name it. So all that is there in Rudram. So that is why Rudram is a prayer, like you go to a temple and pray. So same thing. So there is no restriction as to who should and who shouldn't pray, because everybody is entitled to pray to Lord Shiva and ask for things they want. So that's but then when you have to go and ask somebody for something, that person has to have whatever you're asking in infinite level. Like if you're asking for wealth, Rudra, he should have it in an infinite level. If you're asking for Shakti from him, you should have it in infinite level. If you're asking for Virya, you should have it in infinite level. So if he's asking for Vairagyam, he himself should have it, because if he doesn't have it, then he can give you. So a beggar cannot give you anything. So a beggar himself is begging. So what you're going to go and beg from him? So in order to beg from somebody, that somebody has to have what you're begging for. So that's what the first condition, the first verse is, that Rudra Rishi is so smart that, look, we are going to pray to a God here. Rudram is nothing but prayer. But that I'm telling you right from the beginning, because he is the one who can give you. Therefore, that Rudra takes an adjective in the very first line. Bhagavate Rudraya. O Bhagavan, Rudra, my namaskarams be unto you. Namo Bhagavate. My worship be unto you. So, what does the Bhagavan mean? Bhagavan, who is everything in infinite level. What everything? All the 6 items. Aishwaryas samagrasya, Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashashah shreya jnana vairagyashchaiva shannam bhaga itirana Bhagavan. Shanna means the 6 of this. Vairagyam, jnanam, shreyas, yashash, and then Viryam and Aishwaryam, all this power, valor, fame, wealth, everything. So renunciation too. So that Bhagavan has everything. Therefore, you can go beg that Bhagavan for what you need. Okay. Now, so what kind of Bhagavan is he? He is Rudra. So what does Rudra mean? He is a karma phaladhata. So karma phaladhata means he can make you happy, he can make you miserable. So how he makes you miserable? He can throw an arrow at you and hurt you. What is that arrow? That arrow is your karma. So that's how here in Satarudriyam, our karmas are figuratively named as arrows. So the arrows that you manufactured, then given to Lord Rudra, and he has all your arrows that you've given him in a quiver with your name on it. Okay, this is so and so. Okay, his square, his bundle of arrows. So they have to be shot at him at certain times. So that's the stockpile of missiles that we have given him. So he has that. So those arrows metaphorically represent our karmas. Okay. So therefore, he can make you cry. Rodayati iti rudraha. But at the same time, he can also remove your suffering, remove your pain caused by your karma. So, Rudravayati iti rudraha. So, 2 definitions for the same word. One is he can make you cry, and another is he can wipe your tears off and make you happy. So, both the same person. But when can he make you happy and wipe your tears off? When you please him, when you make him happy, like Rudra Pashupati Nayanar did. So how do you make him happy? Chant Satarudriyam with the 300 names of Lord Shiva. 300 names are nothing but that whatever he is in this nature, in this creation. Hiranyabhave namah, Senhanye namah, Dishanchapatahe namah, Vrikshebhyo namah. You are in the tree. Harikeshebhyo Nama, you are the green haired. I'm not talking about the punks in the yuppie punks downtown area with the green hair. No, in India you see a lot of those these days too. Green hair, pink hair. And nobody will paints their hair white, but they're all different colors. Pink, somebody yellow. I've seen yellow hair, yellow hair, and then all kind of colors. It's crazy. So that's not what he's talking about here. Kshebhya, harikeshebhya means all this vegetation. That's what Rudra is about. Kshebhya, harikeshebhya. Good. So that's what it is. So Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. So when you praise him with all those names, he's happy and then he wipes your tears off and makes you happy. So therefore, that's called Rudra. And that Rudra is Bhagavan, who has all the 6 Aishwaryams. Aishwaryam means all together. So that's Bhagavan. Aishwaryam means just not your green dollar, just not your rupee, just not your gold. Aishwarya means all this together. All these 6 things together is called Aishwarya. It's all this samagrasya, all this knowledge, wealth, fame, valor. Your health is your Aishwarya. Your children, good children is your Aishwarya. Not all the children as your Aishwarya. Some of the children come to you in the form of Rudras as your karma phala. One of my friends said, when somebody asked him, is he your son? You know what he said? He said, no, he's my sin. So that's how some of the children come to you as your karma phala. So therefore, so this is how it is. So when you have good children, so that's Aishwarya, that is wealth. And then you have good health, that is wealth. Just not money alone. You can have all the money in the world and be miserable. You can be the president of the world, president of the greatest country in the world, America, and still be miserable. We're seeing somebody right now. So all that is. So that is Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Now coming to the first Rik. Namaste Rudram Manyava. First we said, sir, good morning, good afternoon, namaste, sir. We've done that. Now, okay, what can I do for you? Rudra is asking, what can I do for you? Sir, I worship your anger. Oh, you do? Yes, sir. Sir, I worship your arrow. Oh, okay. What else? I worship your bow. Okay. What else? I worship your hands. Oh, I see. Why all this worship? Sir, listen, I worshipped you. I have all these arrows, manufactured missiles given to you, but they are stockpiles there. Worship you, I know you're going to shoot at them. But then, when you look at my arrows, you're going to get mad. You're going to get angry. So I worship your anger first. So if you're not angry, you're going to hurt me, right? So if you're not going to be angry, so you won't shoot them at me. So that's a good psychology, you see. Because when someone is angry, he'll pick up anything that is around and throw it at you. All that is anger causes all that. Anger causes blindness. But somebody is not angry and he has all kind of weapons, there's no use for the weapons because he's not angry. So that's why the devotee says, I worship your anger. Okay. So worship, why worship the arrow? Okay, if your anger doesn't listen to my prayers, then I go to the arrow. Okay, what if the arrow doesn't listen? Then I worship your bow. What if the bow doesn't listen to you? Well, then I come to your hand, sir. I worship your hand, sir. Bahubhyam tate namaha. Then Shiva is already laughing at you. Go away, he says. Sir, please. And what we do next Rick, you see, look what you do here. The Rishi is so beautiful. This is all the stockpile that you have given him. So what we see, the next Rick, what we do, Rick number 2. Sir, you are Lord Shiva. Shiva means Mangalam auspicious. Sir, please make your arrows Shivamayam. Shivatama. Make your arrow and the bow, let them be Shivatama, let them be Shivam, let them be Mangalam, let them be auspicious to me, let them not hurt me. Yata Yishuhu Shivatama Shivam Babuva Tedanuhu. Shivam Babuva. Let it become, Babuva means let it become Tedanuhu. Your bow and the arrows that we have given, those are your arrows now. So I don't have any control over them because they were karmas that's done and closed deals that you have with you now. So you're going to use them at me. So let them be good to me. Let them not harm me. So let them be Shivam. Let them be the Shiva aspect of you. Yata Yishuhu Shivatama Shivam Babuva Tedanahu. Not only the arrow that you've taken in your hands to shoot at me, that arrow and that bow, let it be Shivam. Not only that, but also the quir, they call it, which holds the arrows, the little basket, the quir that holds the arrows. Let that also be Shivamayam, Shivatama, Shivam Babuvate Danuhu, Shiva Saravyaya, that Saravya, your Saravyaya, Tavataya, no, that quir that holds the arrows and all the bunch of arrows that was in there, let them also become Shivam. And then you see, very interesting here, the devotee uses a word here, Mridaya. So which means now he is slightly giving a pointer to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, I'm going to pray for not only happiness in this world, not only for you to remove your karmas in this world, but also since you are the giver, caretaker on the other side, caretaker on the other side of the world, after I leave this body, so sir, you are the Mrida. So now calling him with that name, one who takes care of your welfare on the other side. So then later on that prayer comes. Shiva Sarabhyaya Tavatayano Rudra Mridaya. So that is anuvakkam 1 and verses 1 and 2, Riks 1 and 2. Rik 3 is a wonderful Rik, which we will see in our next class. Now, that's pretty much what it is. So, wish you good luck to all of you in your Rudram learning. So, try to understand the words and the meaning, like I have explained to you, and chant them with that. Because when your mind and your words and your deeds are focused and one pointed, they're all on the same wavelength, then the prayers are very powerful and very effective. And your mind is thinking something else, your tongue is saying something else, and your hand is doing something else. That's waste of time, complete waste of time, believe me. So if you're not focused on anything, your deed, your word, your thoughts, they all should be one pointed, one focused, in perfect harmony. Then your prayers are very powerful. So with that, wishing you good luck. May Parameshwara be with you in your Rudram learning journey. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And we thank Nam Tamarvora Research Center, Singapore, Lavanya ji, for making these arrangements and then bringing these teachings to you. Om Namah Shivaya.